Welcome back, guys. So I wanted to compare the first layer on both the Prusa XL and the Mark IV. I started with the Prusa XL and just made a large square that's about 14 inches, and I'd made it small enough that it will only be one layer height. I kept the 0.6 stock nozzle and went to the fastest setting, the 0.4 draft quality on the layer height. But I left the default of the first layer, so I don't know if it really matters that I did 0.4 for the draft quality, because it's going to be 0.2 layer height for the first layer anyways, which is all that it's going to print. And I'm just going to go with PLA. It looks like this print will take about 2 hours and 19 minutes. I just used an orange in the Overture PLA. But I used the textured sheet partly because I wanted to see if there would be any issues, if there'd be any spotting, and I also like the look of the texture, so I wanted to see how that would turn out. I know that I'm not supposed to use PLA on textured, but I wanted to try it out for this. Okay, let's see how it turned out. It's already cooled, so it already kind of just peels off the bed pretty easily. But it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of over extrusion where there's lines or gaps. The underside, the textured side, looks really nice and kind of shiny. I think it turned out really nice. Okay, so for the Mark IV, I'm going to go through the same basic idea. I kind of just rounded the size down to the next ½ inch. The stock 0.4 nozzle and the 0.2 speed for the layer height profile. And this one also has 0.2 for the first layer height, so very similar. The time for this one is going to be 1.5 hours. Also, I'm going to use the same exact filament, same roll, the orange, in the PLA from Overture so that it's as similar as possible. And this one had cooled a little bit before I got to it, so you can see it was kind of peeling up from the edges a little bit, but that makes it easier for me to peel it from the bed. And this one looks really great too. There's no over extrusion, no lines, I mean, it looks good. No holes along the edges. And this is the top side, so it's pretty smooth. This one is a little easier to handle, since it's so much smaller, but yeah, it's a nice see-through, consistent looking print. I also printed this one on the textured sheet, and this is the underside. So this is the textured side. You can see it's a little bit shimmery, and I just love the way that texture first layer looks, especially when it's very consistent like this. Okay, let's see if we can compare them together. When I have them stacked like this, it almost looks like the Mark IV is a little bit denser, but when I start to slide it next to it, you can see that was just because of the 2 layers there. They look very similar, and I mean, I'm trying to catch the light on both of these. I have a little bit more heavy overhead light to see if there's any defects or any issues on either of them, and I feel like they both look really good on all the corners. Even on the smoother side, I feel like they both look really good. There's a little bit less flexibility, I feel like, on the bigger one. I do have a little bit of a dent from peeling it off the vent, but the smaller one didn't have that issue. But yeah, I mean, I think those are amazing first layers. Let me know your thoughts and which one you preferred, if you saw that one looked a little bit better than the other. Thanks for watching.